Hello again. Hi. So I hope this light is going to drive me crazy. Oh my gosh. I hope you have seen my video that I have about my health and fitness journey, kind of how I got started with all of this, because I'm not going to talk a bunch about that in this video. This video is going to be strictly about kind of like my coaching story and my coaching journey. But if you did watch that video, you know that I was not into health and fitness at all, that I was never into working out. I never ate healthy. Nothing like that. So if you're somebody who is like, sorry, I'm not into any of that stuff, how could I be a coach? I'm here to say it's possible. I really hope that you have seen that. And if not, let me know and I'll send it to you. But when I started, I've always been a workaholic. I'm just going to jump right into it. I've always been a workaholic a little bit, or not a workaholic, but I enjoy to work. I've always, before I had kids, I was always picking up people's shifts or going to work because I like to do things, right? Like I like to stay busy. I like to feel like I have purpose in something. But that changed when I had kids a little bit, because when I had kids, I thought I wanted to go back to work because, again, I love working. And I went back to work at 4 weeks postpartum, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. That was just the situation my husband and I were in financially. I only saved up enough money, the 10 months I was pregnant to apparently 4 weeks. And I didn't know that from the beginning. I thought I could take off so much more time. And I just remember, we were 3 weeks postpartum, and I was like, I have to pick up a shift next week. We have no choice. And then I was interviewing for jobs, a new job after that. And I started working full-time Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, when my oldest daughter was 7 weeks pregnant. Prior to that, I was working 3 jobs at a time. I was a hairstylist working in a salon. I was a retail worker in a shop in the mall. And then I was also a server at a restaurant, all at the same time while I was pregnant. And then after I had her, I went back to serving for a bit and then started working full-time Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, at her doctor's office, actually, as a receptionist. But, she had to start going to a babysitter for a few weeks. She was too young for daycare. So for a few weeks, she went to a babysitter. My husband would take her at 6 a.m. and get home at 5 p.m. My 7-week-old baby. Even before that, when I was serving. And then once she hit 3 months, my husband again would take her at 6 a.m. and she would come home at 5, or I would come home at 5. So I didn't see my 2-month-old and 3-month-old baby that whole time. Started at 2 months, from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. I was full-time breastfeeding, and it broke me. And I didn't expect it to be completely honest. I was just kind of I would be at work and I would be crying. I would be pumping. Oh my gosh. I would be pumping for my baby, and I'd be looking at pictures of her because I was trying to make the milk come. Sorry if you're not a mom, and that's kind of weird, but that's how it works. Because I never saw her. I didn't see her. And the weekends, I was just taking in every freaking second until I could hold her, and then I would go back to work on Monday, and it was awful. And I did that for a few months. My husband is in the military, so he was also working full time. I did that for a few months before finally I was just I cannot do this. I can't do this anymore. I am miserable. I am making good money, but I just can't do this. So I went back to serving on the nights and the weekends so that I could spend more time with my daughter. So I would spend the days with her. I would go to work at 4 p.m. And then I would work on the weekends. Now, this also meant that I never saw my husband, because he would come home and I would leave for work, and then on the weekends he was home and I was at work. But you know what? It's what we had to do at the time, and I was fully confident in that, and I loved spending time with her. But we were kind of like ships passing in the night. We never saw each other because I'd get home late and he would be sleeping, and then he'd wake up to go to work before I would wake up, and we just never saw each other. So that was just my life for a while, for a really long time. And then again, if you watched my health and fitness side of the video, you know that he got deployed right after we got married. My oldest daughter was 1. And then that's when I got started into, my health and fitness journey. Now, let me tell you, I had no interest in ever doing anything like coaching or any kind of home business or side hustle or MLM, nothing like that. I had no interest in it, right? In my head, you go to work, you make your money, you get the paycheck, you get the tips or whatever, and that's just how it works. That's just I didn't even really have a big plan for the future, to be completely honest. And then I signed up for the discount for Shakeology because I loved it, because it made me feel so good, and I wanted the discount because, again, I'm a bargain hunter and I like to get every penny out of what I'm getting. So I wanted the discount, so I signed up for the discount. And then if you saw, it completely changed my life. And I was so happy about that. I was just genuinely sharing about that. And I felt so good. And, it just kind of brought this passion of like, I feel so good and I knew nothing about any of this. And still, like I said, I'm always a work in progress. But like, how awesome would it be to help more women feel this way? And at this time, I'm still working full time as a server bartender. My husband's gone. I don't even think I told him I was like signing up as a coach. I just kind of did it, and he came home and I was like, oh, hey, I'm kind of like doing this thing. But to be completely honest, it was almost kind of like better because I don't want to say better that he wasn't there, but I could focus more on it, I guess. But I was just kind of doing it here and there, right? Like I was just doing it a little bit. I was still on my journey. I was helping women. It was so much fun. Like I loved it. And then like I got pregnant with my second daughter, which was amazing. We were so excited. We were trying for a second baby right after he got home, and we got pregnant, and that was amazing. And I was going through my second pregnancy serving and bartending. Like I did it with my first, and I was doing it with my second, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like he just came back from his deployment and I was like, I don't want to be ships passing in the night. I don't want to go to work at 4 p.m. with two children and a newborn baby and like breastfeed in the bathroom or the utility closet like I always had to do. Like I don't want to do that anymore. So I was still serving and bartending, and I was still kind of, having coaching as like a side hustle, but I was like, this is it. Like I want to build this into a business and make this my freedom. I don't want to have this schedule, I just didn't want to do it anymore. So while I was pregnant is when I really decided to treat this like a business, and when I really decided to, set goals for myself and have a vision for my family, have a vision for my goals, have a vision for my business and go after it, and have a vision for the team that I didn't even have yet and to build and all that kind of stuff. Then I just kind of went after it and started to build it. And I think it was that was throughout my whole pregnancy. And then Elliot was July, August, September, 3.5 months old when I quit my serving bartending job. So that since almost 2 years ago now, coaching has been my full-time income. And I want to tell you a little bit about, how it's helped me a bit. Like that's just kind of the breakdown of like my timeline with it. It can go faster for you, slower for you, just depending on how much you put into it. Like I said, for my first 1.5 years, you guys, I was just kind of like chilling, not really doing anything, not really sure what I wanted to do until I made that decision that like this is the kind of life I want for my family, and I'm willing to work for it. But it's so rewarding because it's not just about you. Like it's not just about me. That's the thing. It's helping people in the process. I've met some of my absolute best friends through this business, all from social media. This light's driving me crazy. All through, Instagram and Facebook, or other members of the team. Like, I don't know what my life would be like without coaching. I was somebody who was so negative. Oh my gosh, I was so negative. I was always a woe is me kind of attitude, always. Self-help and personal development, like if you follow me at all and you see me post like positive kinds of things, that is a total 180 of how I used to be or how I naturally was. I grew up in a very negative environment around a lot of negative people, and the truth is that you mirror your surroundings, okay? And I didn't know that. I just kind of thought like, some people are like this and people are like this, and you're destined to be how you are. And that's not true. I was so negative. I always had something to complain about. I was always looking for something to complain about. Somebody would say something positive, I put to sleep. Somebody would say something positive, and I would just like find something wrong with it, and I don't even know why. And one turning point I had, and I honestly can't remember. I think this was after I was signed up as a coach. I was at work. I was still working at the bar, and somebody was talking about somebody, and like about somebody we worked with, and they said something like that person didn't really like me, and I was like a little shocked because I thought we were like friends, and I was like, oh. Okay. And then they were like, well, she says that you just like complain about everything all the time. And I sat there and I thought about it, and I was like, she's not wrong. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, she's not wrong. Like I cannot even be mad about that because she's not wrong. Like that was just how I was. And I was so negative. Like, oh, bless my husband's heart for marrying that person. But I am, this community, this opportunity, the person that going after your dreams makes you into, the person that you can become when you surround yourself by other people going after their dreams and encouraging you and supporting you. And that's literally what it is it's a community of empowerment where we are all cheering people on. It's not a competition, it's community. It molds you into the best version of yourself. You got to do a little work too, but you're in the right environment for it. And it is just seriously life-changing. Because of coaching, my husband and I went to our very first luxurious vacation ever paid for by coaching. We went to Punta Cana last year, went to Mexico the year before, or this last year. We are going on a cruise in March together that I earned for us. It is just absolutely incredible. And I was just on a vacation for 2 weeks in Arizona visiting my family. We actually moved from Arizona to Delaware last year, which was crazy because I'm from Arizona. So we moved across the country, which was terrifying. And I was just visiting there for 2 weeks, and those 2 weeks I was gone. I was away, and I earned one of my highest paychecks this week from coaching while away. I've never had a job before where I could leave and be gone, making memories with my family and doing all the things I want to do. I was still working while I was there, but it was on my time and my schedule. And still make an income. I remember when my husband was deployed, I had to go to Connecticut for 3 weeks, and I literally had to take off of work, and I just started coaching. I had to take off of work for 3 weeks. And when you're a server and a bartender, if you don't show up to work, you don't get paid. And I was terrified. It was so terrifying. Coaching even gave me a little bit of income then, and that was when I just got started, and I was just so thankful for that. It is changing my life every single day, changing my family's life. But more importantly, I feel so fortunate. I don't even know, that's not even a powerful enough word, but just all of the powerful words right here. So that I get to be a part of other people doing this for themselves as well. That I get to be part of your cheering squad. That I would get to be a part of the person pushing you and showing you what you can accomplish. Even if you don't believe that you can yet, I promise that you can. And I just have such a love for what I do. I have such a love for my team and the community that we are continuing to build. My team name is Team Castles and Confidence because I love Disney. So, okay, see right there, Castles for Disney. But confidence, I want to help you guys and my team and whoever joins my team build their confidence. Okay, that's the biggest thing because you deserve to live your best life. And if you use the tools that are given to you, if you have a passion for helping other people, maybe you don't have a passion for health and fitness necessarily, but you have a passion for the kind of life that you can live by making health and fitness a priority in your life, this could be for you. If you like to encourage and help other people, if you like to be in a community of supportive people, this is for you, okay? So especially if, this was something I meant to say in the beginning, but if you were somebody who I specifically invited to join my team, or said that you would be a good coach or something like that, that's because I meant it. I am very selective on who I invite onto my team because, again, I hold very, very close to my heart who I surround myself with, right? Like I said, you become the people you surround yourself with, and your environment is everything. So if you are somebody that I, felt like I connected with, or who I feel like would be a good member of our team or a good piece of our team, or even if I haven't invited you yet, chances are I probably have wanted to. Even if I haven't invited you yet, but you feel connected to me in some way, or you feel like we'd get along or we'd be good friends, chances are we probably would, and you'd probably be a perfect fit. So come on over because it's just an amazing, amazing thing. For something that I never thought, this light is going to drive me up the wall. For something that I never thought I would do, for something I never thought that I would love, for something that I never thought was in my game plan for my vision of my family and my future and all those kinds of things, it has completely changed everything. So there's another video that I will send right after this one, and it will have all of the details and the breakdown of what coaching is, how it works, what we do, how we make money, all of those kinds of things. But I really just wanted to share a piece of my story and how it's helped me, because the truth is that, you're joining our team. And you were joining me, and I would be your mentor, and I would be honored to help you and to do this with you and to succeed with you, because I'm not just here for me, I'm here for you too, whoever joins my team and, puts that trust in me as their coach and mentor. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions after you watch that next video, let me know. tell me, message me after you watch it, message me after you watch this one, and we will set up a call and we will talk about it. We will go over any questions. We will chat some more, things like that. But I'm really excited. Like, it fires me up. I don't even have words. All right. So thank you for spending this 15 minutes with me. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you have a good day.